You know when you wake up just to some very random news that you never would expect or never expect to see again in terms of a certain film or a certain franchise, I guess you could say being resurrected. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Yes, I still have a very husky voice. I'm slowly but surely waking up all that beautiful goodness inside my head. We're at the tail end of this man flu, sinus infection. So now and then, you're probably going to hear a good old testy pop. So this morning I woke up to some very exciting news from Marlon Wayans. Himself and his brother Sean have announced that they are coming back to the Scary Movie franchise. Whether this is going to be a reboot or Scary Movie 6, I'm not entirely sure. Some news articles are saying a reboot, other news articles are saying it's Scary Movie 6. The last Scary Movie 5, was in 2013. When it comes to the first Scary Movie, I know it's very cliche to say, but it is such an impactful movie for me because I was one of those kids in school, I'm pretty sure it was my first year of high school, that was able to see it. My mum and dad just did not care back in the day, but also at the same time, they were like, you cannot watch Hook, you cannot watch Batman Returns, you cannot watch The Thing. Which, fair for The Thing, but Hook? And I was one of the only ones in my grade that went and watched it. So I was the one at school regaling everyone with what I saw up on screen. At first, when I started watching the film in the cinema, I was shitting myself, but then I was pissing myself by the end of it. We're all about bodily functions here, people. And talk about quotable lines, not just the first film, but the entire franchise. For me, the first two are always going to be the strongest. There's even redeeming qualities of 3, 4, and 5, just little moments of greatness. But as of a few hours ago, and I'm going to be going off an article on Bloody Disgusting, and they go on to say, Miramax and Paramount are resurrecting the Scary Movie franchise with a brand new reboot movie, and per Deadline, they've brought back the spoof franchise's originators, the Wayans brothers. The new Scary Movie is expected next year for a theatrical release. The Scary Movie film franchise was developed by Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, and Keenan Ivory Wayans. Keenan Ivory Wayans wrote and directed the first two films. Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans wrote and starred in the first two films. Marlon, Sean, and Keenan Wayans said in a statement, "We couldn't be more excited to be a part of the new Scary Movie and work with each other again. This is a franchise we created more than 20 years ago. We remember people laughing in the aisles and hope to see that happen again. We look forward to working with Jonathan Glickman and his team at the new Miramax to bring these laughs to theaters where they belong. It's a double reunion." Okay, so also Keenan Ivory Wayans is back, which is cool because obviously he directed the first two. Can I just say, I love Damon Wayans. Who here, let me know in the comments, has seen Blank Man? Fuck me, that is such a good movie. Severely underrated. You should check it out if you haven't watched it. So this gets me damn excited because since 2013, there is so much shit that they can touch on. Whether it be what's happening out in the world, what's happening with social media, but especially horror movies. You know, we've recently had Smile 2. In recent years, we've had Megan. We've had the Child's Play reboot. We've had more serious, thought-provoking horror like Hereditary, The Witch. There is so much stuff that they can touch on. And I'm really, really excited. Hell, I want them even to go back and tackle and make fun of the old school 80s and 90s slashers. I think my biggest worry is because how big cancel culture is now that they're going to sidestep a few things. But I think if they've come back, they've probably come back with certain conditions. Certain conditions, say for example, you know, where we're not going to be toned down, we're not going to beat around the bush with certain things. We want to do it how we did it back in the day, like over 20 years ago, man. Damn. So Bloody Disgusting does say it is indeed a reboot. So is this going to be one of those things where there's no more Shorty, anything like that, no more Ray? Ray is the best in the first one, the second one as well. You want to get naked and wrestle? Here, hold my earring. Where's my Vaseline? So yeah, guys, this is only a short little video, but a very exciting announcement. Again, this is something that just came out of the woodwork that I just never expected to happen. I know there were murmurs, I think a year ago, but it did not involve the Wayans brothers, which it's one of those things where if you don't have the OGs involved, it's not going to be as pure. It's not going to have that effect on you because they hit the nail right on the head with the first two Scary Movie films. Like the first one will always be the best in my opinion, but now since 2013 and having that big hiatus, there is so much juicy stuff you can tackle, and I just do not want them to hold back. I just want to have the same belly giggles that I had back in the cinema when I watched the first film. Even though a lot of the jokes went over my head, still watching the film to this day, I still laugh out loud. That's how damn impactful it is for me. With that being said, guys, what would you guys like to see in the new Scary Movie? Let's just call it a reboot. Fuck it. Again, I would love to see them tackle modern horror films, make fun of that, make fun of, you know, where we are today with social media and how fixated we are on it. Just take the absolute piss. And also, what is your favorite moment? Doesn't have to be from the first film, but from the entire franchise. I just touched on it before. I love that confrontation with Ray, but also it's the killer's rap. Gonna slash, gash, you cut another hole in your ass, spill blood on the wall, play tennis with your balls. If the phone rings, don't answer the call. Gonna slit your throat, fuck you like a goat, pee your full skin off, and make a winner coat. Peace. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.